a bird. It's a plane. No, it's me, Ryan.T here, and today we're going to be talking about some movie trailers, which, if I'm being quite honest with you, is becoming one of my favorite fucking things to do. Is becoming one of my favorite things to talk about with you ghouls and gals is all these fucking movie trailers that are coming out. Mostly because we're finally getting some fucking movies in the fucking movie theater. I've been so depraved, I've been so starved, been so hungry for a new movie trailer. I was hungry for some new movies as well. So I'm really excited to see that we are slowly but surely getting new movies in, and it's summer. It's a summer of movies, so I would feel like a fucking stupid ass if I didn't at least talk about some of the movie trailers. So that's what we're going to be doing today, ghouls and gals. And I'm also going to be talking about Fast and the Furious 9. I'm going to do a little quick mini review of that movie, and we're also going to do a little quick mini review of episode 3 and 4 of Loki and his Poki stick. And yeah, so that's what we got today on the docket, ghouls and gals. And enough of me talking. Well, not enough of me talking, but let's get to me talking about these motherfucking trailers. The first trailer we're going to start out with is Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yes, they made a live action movie about that big, huge, terrifying red PBS fucking dog that nobody really seems to care about, but for some reason they're making a live action movie about it. Well, let's dive right in and check out old Cliffardo. Oh god. Right off the bat, this dog looks fucking terrible. This dog looks like if they just like literally got the 2006 version of Photoshop and just photoshopped in a big red dog. Like if they went on Google and they were like, big red dog, and that's what they found and that's what they put. Oh, she's poor. Are any kids like not poor in these types of movies? Like, is there any kid that's just like well off but kind of like just needs to like to be taught a lesson, or do they always have to be poor and not have a mom and their like dad is raising them and everything is super shitty? God damn. Also, how terrifying would it be to have a ginormous kaiju-sized fucking dog, like a dog the size of fucking Godzilla? How fucking scary would that be? Imagine what that dog just try to lick you or just try to playfully bite you or scratch you. He's taking off your fucking arm. He's biting off your fucking leg. Imagine the kinds of fucking dumps that dog leaves around the house. That dog probably shits like a fucking elephant. I shit you not, literally, that dog's fucking turd is elephant-sized, if not fucking bigger. Oh god, that is just so distracting. Clifford looks so fucking distracting. Clifford looks fake as fucking hell. I bet you the plot of this movie is gonna be that they want to find Clifford and experiment on him and figure out why he's so big. I'm more than sure that that's the plot of this movie. That they just showed, what's his name, that guy from Arrested Development, the one that has the hook hand. Hello. He's the fucking bad guy. I know he's the bad guy. He's the one that's gonna try to test on Clifford or try to put Clifford away somewhere. I know that's what's gonna be the case. And it's gonna be up to fucking Jack Whitetail and his annoying fucking daughter to fucking save the fucking day and get Clifford back. And they'll learn a lesson about family in the middle of that. Guarantee you that's what it's about. That's exactly what would happen. Clifford would fucking eat other dogs. They act like that is a cute, playful thing, but that is fucking crazy. Clifford is a fucking cannibal. Clifford is 100% a fucking cannibal. Clifford wants to eat other dogs, and frankly, I'm just not gonna stand for it. But yeah, Clifford, the big motherfucking red dog, is going to hit theaters, and I'm assuming streaming services this year. I think I have the release date written down here somewhere. Let me get that release date so you can remember to not watch Clifford the Big Red Dog. Clifford the Big Red Dog, which is more times than I've ever wanted to say Clifford the Big Red Dog, is going to hit theaters and streaming services on September 17th. As far as what streaming services it's going to hit, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Amazon Prime Video, where you're going to have to like kind of pay to rent the movie and shit. They're going to be, they sort of do like the Disney Plus type of business model where they're like, hey, motherfucker, you want to watch this fucking thing? It doesn't come with your fucking subscription. Give us more of the money and we'll give you some of the Clifford the Big Red fucking dog. You want that big red fucking dog? You want to see that big red motherfucker in all his big red motherfucking glory? Well, you better give us some of that green motherfucking paper. You understand me? I want to go to the fucking army. I'm pretending I'm army. I want to go to fucking space. I'm pretending I'm Jeff Bezos. Right now I'm Jeff Bezos. You're talking to me, Jeff Bezos. But yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog, the movie, which I think is the title of the movie, looks utterly fucking ridiculous. I mean, what did I expect from a movie about a ginormous Godzilla-like fucking dog? Yeah, this doesn't look good. The CGI looks cringe as fuck. The whole movie just looks cringe as fuck. And again, I know how cringe it is for a 30-year-old or nearly 30-year-old man. I'm not 30 yet. It is for me to be talking about a movie that's so obviously aimed at children, but Jesus fucking Christ, just because a movie is aimed towards children doesn't mean it has to be bad, shitty, or terrible. So yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog looks like all of those fucking things. And like I said, just the sheer idea of Clifford the Big Red Dog is just utterly fucking terrifying. You have this giant puppy dog that's not fully grown yet, that's going to continue to grow. So I'm led to believe that Clifford will grow bigger. His thirst will also grow, and he will try to attempt to eat fucking everybody. We'll have to call in the army to shoot Clifford down, and I just don't want to see that. I just don't want to see my boy Clifford be put down that way. But there you have it, ghouls and gals. Clifford the Big Red Dog is gonna come to streaming services and movie theaters September 17th. And just to clarify, when I say streaming services, I mean like VOD. Like, you're going to be able to rent it online. So don't be like, well, you said it was coming to Hulu or Netflix. I never said that. Shut the fuck up. Stop. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I got so angry there. Got angry at an imaginary threat. Speaking of imaginary threats, the next movie trailer we're going to be watching is the movie trailer for the upcoming sequel to one of the, I have to say, like, sleeper horror films that I've seen in the past, like, 5 years or so, and that's going to be Don't Breathe Part 2. Don't Breathe, if you don't remember, followed a group of like young robbers as they were attempting to break into the home of this guy right here, played by Stephen Lang, who you may also remember from Avatar. He plays like that buff like dude that's like in the mech, and he's like, I hate the fucking Na'vi, which like we later found out that everybody in America also hated the Na'vi or forgot about them. Speaking of the Avatar movies, is James Cameron still trying to make all the 17 fucking Avatar movies that he was trying to make? James Cameron, if you're watching, because I know you're a big fan of my podcast, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see another Avatar movie. Our interest is fucking peaked, dude. Our interest peaked in 2009, 2010, whenever you released that fucking movie. I'm pretty sure it's been like 11 years since you released the first Avatar, and guess where the hype is, dog? Nowhere. There's no hype. Speaking of hype, I feel like that's going to be the thing for a lot of these new movies coming out, that there's going to be zero to no hype for these fucking films because they've either been delayed a million times, or they haven't been marketed properly, or we just haven't really heard about them all that much. And yeah, so hopefully that's not the case, but I feel like that's going to be the case with a lot of films. Again, I hope that's not the case with Don't Breathe Part 2, because I was really interested in the sequel as to how they were going to do the sequel to this film. And if I remember correctly, this film's about this blind guy right here, or this blind guy right here. He wants to get somebody pregnant. In the comments below, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the premise of this movie that they break into his house, and towards the end of the movie he like chains up one of the female robbers or whatever, and he like jizzes inside of like a turkey baster and is going to like insert the turkey baster into her and like put his man juices inside of her and impregnate her or artificially inseminate her? I'm pretty sure that happens in this movie, and I'm pretty sure another character comes into the movie and like shoves the thing full of jizz into that guy's fucking mouth, into the fucking old blind man's mouth. I'm more than fucking sure that happens in this movie. I am more than fucking sure. Please let me know in the comments below if I am incorrect, or if that is this fucking movie where that fucking happens. I'm pretty sure it's this movie. Well, nonetheless, let's get to the trailer, the first trailer for Don't Breathe Parte dos. I was gonna say tres, but that would have been wrong. All right, here we go. Oh shit. Somebody's getting. Oh damn! He woke up. He woke up and he shot a motherfucker. He wiped the jizz off of his mouth and shot a motherfucker. Is this the same? No, it's not the same person from the other movie. Is this his daughter? Did he get somebody pregnant? Did he successfully get somebody fucking pregnant? What the fuck is going on here? Oh my god. Also, this feels like this movie is just Home Alone, but for like adults. He's like, you're not trapped. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Oh, I bet you this one, like the little girl is gonna have to survive these people like terrorizing her or something like that. Oh! I like when they do like that Jason thing, like. He's not your dad. Oh, so that's not his daughter. He stole her from somebody. You know, I almost forgot that he was blind, even though I mentioned that he was blind like 27 fucking times prior to this fucking, damn, you got that guy right in the head. Prior to this fucking, of us watching this trailer. That's cool. That's cool. That is cool. That's fucking cool. That looks good. That looks really good. Don't Breathe Part 2 looks really good. It looks like they're going kind of more of a action route instead of a horror movie route. It looks like they turned this horror film into like a kind of like suspenseful action film with like horror elements as opposed to a horror film with suspenseful elements. It looks kind of cool. It looks like they're kind of turning the villain of the last film, which is this blind old guy, into kind of like a anti John Wick type of fucking hero who's also blind. So he's like old man Daredevil. It's like we're getting a old man Daredevil movie. Except I'm pretty sure at the end of this movie or towards the end of this movie, this little girl's gonna find out what kind of person he is and what he did in the previous movie, and she's gonna be like, ew, you had a turkey baster full of your own jizz in your mouth? Gross, Dad. Ugh, you kiss me on the cheek sometimes. Gross. But yeah, again, I am more than sure that this fucking movie is that movie that I'm remembering that from. I know I didn't fucking make that up. I know this movie has that in there. I'm gonna go fucking find Don't Breathe Part 1, and I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with my beard. I knew it. But yeah, Don't Breathe 2 looks really good. It looks like they kind of shook up the formula of this film and kind of made a whole new type of film, which it looks good. I always like when a series of films kind of does a fresh take on their idea, does a new thing, makes a old idea original again. And so I'm really interested in this, and I really want to check this out. Speaking of old ass fucking slashers, we're gonna check out the trailer for Halloween Kills. And Halloween Kills comes out in movie theaters on October 15th. And I just remembered that I forgot to tell y'all that Don't Breathe Part 2 comes out August 13th. All of these movie trailers that we're going to be watching today are all movies that are going to be coming out this year. And again, Clifford the Big Red Dog, which I don't know why you would want to see this, comes out September 17th. Don't Breathe Part 2 comes out August 13th. And Halloween Kills comes out October 15th. I was going to say August. I was going to combine October and August, which I don't know how to talk anymore. I think I'm having some sort of brain tumor that's pressing down on my pattern, the part of my brain that produces the pattern of speech, and I think that's what's going on. Either that or I'm just getting very, very dumb as I get older. I think it might be the second option. So yeah, let's check out this movie trailer for Halloween Kills. And it kind of looks like we're going down the trend of like old men being like the fucking villains of like horror films now. Like they're like, what if we made Halloween and he's old? Whoa. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker. Burn. Oh, see, even Jamie Lee Curtis was like, let it burn. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Burn. Huh, take my hand, strange man wearing a weird William Shatner mask. Take my hand. How stupid do you have to be, man? Come on. I will say he looks menacing as fuck. He's strong as fuck for like a 70-year-old man. He just picked that motherfucker up like, oh. I like whenever they do like his breathing behind the mask. They're like, like a fucking Darth Vader type thing. Oh shit, that's cool. I totally forgot that this movie is doing the Halloween 2 thing where it takes place the exact same night as the first one. So this film is going to take place right after the first Halloween movie. Oh shit, that must be some really fucking really thick glass or like some really weak ass fucking skin meat right there, because he just like he just put it in there. Yeah, you tell him, Jamie Lee. JLC, Jamie Lee Curtis. Kick his ass, Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh shit, nice little callback to my personal favorite Halloween movie, Season of the Witch. Or as I like to call it, Season of the Bitch. It kind of looks like the whole town is against Michael Myers. Like the whole town is like, yeah, kill him. Put his head on a stick. Kill that motherfucker. Either that or they're all like, yeah, Michael Myers, kill everyone. This looks good, man. Fuck. I know that I've been saying that a lot. Oh, I thought he was going to turn it like the gangster way. Like, break yourself, Michael Myers. Give me your number. Pa, 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 pa. Do it. Damn. Laurie Strode's granddaughter is hardcore. She's like, do it, bitch. Do it. Fucking stab me. Michael Myers is like, damn, what? No. I don't like it. You're like into it. Get away. That'd be funny, like if somebody encountered Michael Myers, or Michael Myers encountered like one of these like e-girls, and he like started like fucking strangling them, and they're like, oh yes, daddy harder, and he's like, wait, what? No, stop. Why are you into this? She's like, yeah, choke me. Put the knife to my throat and choke me. He's like, no. We're not doing that. Stop. You know what? I was gonna come in here and brutally kill you, but you just turned it into something dirty and perverted and all sexual. That's not my thing. I'm actually like anti-sex. That's like my thing. Me and my homie JV, Jason Voorhees, we're tight like that. I call him JV. We're like anti-sex. We're uncomfortable about sex. So I would appreciate if you would stop doing that and stop coming on to me and just let me do my job. You know what? I'm just like, I'm not even into it anymore. I'm just gonna leave. I think that would be really funny if that happened. Right? Like he meets some sort of chick that's like into BDSM, and he's just like, is this love? But yeah, Halloween Kills looks really good. I look forward to the sequel to the next one, Halloween Chills, where it's just going to be about Michael Myers, being like, why am I doing all this killing and stuff, man? Why can't I just like, be chill? And he goes to like hang out like at a retirement home in Florida, and he just like goes to the beach, hangs out with his homie JV and their other homie Pinhead and their other homie Charles Lee Ray, and they become like the Beach Boys, and they're there hanging out on the beach and stuff like that. So I'm really stoked for Halloween Kills and Halloween Chills, the sequel to Halloween Kills. But no, yeah, they are gonna have a sequel to Halloween Kills, and I believe the sequel to Halloween Kills is like Halloween End, I think is the name of it. Let me look that up right now. I don't want to be giving y'all false informations out here. And yeah, Halloween End is the final, and I say final with ginormous quotation marks, film in the Halloween series, or at least it's the last film in the main Halloween continuity, because as we all know, as all of us horror fans know, the the fucking storyline or the continuity of the Halloween films is completely all over the fucking place. It's completely all over the fucking place. Sometimes Laurie Strode is Michael Myers' sister. Sometimes she is right now, she's just his babysitter, and he has like this personal vendetta against her and wants to kill her. And yeah, there's like so much like fucked up lore when it comes to Halloween. I mean, look at the Paul Rudd Halloween film. Yes, there is a Halloween film starring Paul Rudd in which Paul Rudd beats the shit out of and kills Michael Myers with like a PVC pipe or some shit like that. He's just like, die! As if, Michael Myers, I'm Ant-Man. My career is gonna be way better than this at some point in the near future. Is this 40 and other Paul Rudd films? So yeah, that happens, and Paul Rudd is like beating the shit out of Michael Myers, and then it turns out that Michael Myers was like the pawn of some sort of demonic cult that gave him the power of like the devil or some shit like that. And then there's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which isn't even like a Halloween film. It just literally has the word Halloween on it and has nothing to do with Michael Myers. So yeah, the Halloween movies continuity is confused at best. Speaking of like old men and movies about them, which that is not even a good segue because this movie doesn't even involve old men. It involves the young versions of old men, which these are some of my favorite old men. And we're going to be talking about The Sopranos, Bada Bing. We're going to be talking about Tony Soprano. We're going to be talking about Paulie. We're going to be talking about Pasta for Jolie. We're going to be talking about Bada Bing, Bada Boom. I'm going to whack you. What are you doing? How you doing? When you come to Olive Garden, your family. But yeah, we're going to be watching the Mini Saints of Newmark trailer, which is going to be coming out on HBO Max October 1st. And this is the prequel to... This is the prequel to The Sopranos, and my light just went out. Thank you for that light, you fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna have to buy another fucking light, and I'm gonna throw your fucking ass outside, and then I'm gonna turn my Jeep on, then I'm gonna back over you and crush you, and then go forward and back over you again and crush you again, and then I'm gonna do that again about 10 to 12 times until you're just a fine fucking dust. I'm sorry, I was getting in an argument with an inanimate object over here. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna watch the first trailer for the Mini Saints of Newmark. And I'm actually mini excited to watch this, if that makes sense. I just kind of wanted to fit in some sort of pun because I'm corny as fuck like that. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. The Sopranos is one of my favorite shows of all time. I really got into Sopranos like a couple of years back when... I didn't have cable or internet, and so like I was just watching a bunch of like DVDs, and we still had like Sam Goodies at the local mall, at our local mall. So I would go to Sam Goodies and I would buy like the season DVDs of like fucking The Sopranos, and I would like watch them all. And I have to say, I was really fucking angry at how the show fucking ended. And hopefully this prequel thing sort of answers some of the questions as to why the show ended like that. I know it's a prequel, but they could still answer some questions, and hopefully they do. Well, enough of me talking about it. Let's fucking watch about it. Alright, this looks good. I mean, already. I mean, it has like kind of that like Joker aesthetic where everything's kind of blue-green. Damn, young Tony Soprano looks kind of rough, dog. I know that's James Gandolfini's actual son, but he looks James Gandolf fucked up. And he doesn't have like that, what you say? Yeah, what you say? That's how he sounded. What you say? You go, hey, what you say? Oh, she's supposed to be, oh no, she's Tony's mom. I thought that she's supposed to be, Carmela. Hey, is that, what's her name? Is that fucking Vera Farmiga? And my light just turned back on. What the fuck? You're fucking with me. You better stop fucking with me or I'm gonna punch you in your face. Your non-existent face. Oh. It takes a toll on you, Tony. Ah, damn. Tony Soprano's son is distracting. He got that Gandolfini arm hair, that's for sure. I want to go to college. I feel like Tony Soprano never wanted to go to college. Yeah, see right there, he was just like, yeah, fuck college. Oh shit, they got a good cast on here, man. Man, that fake nose they put on Vera Farmiga is fake. Legends unborn, okay? They eat pasta fagioli for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. The pasta fagioli. We whacked the ice cream man. He didn't want to give me a fudge pop, you know. Yep. Oh. Oh God, is that Tony? Don't cancel me. I'm not doing a racist accent or nothing. What the fuck am I doing? That accent deteriorated at the end there. I'm sorry about that. Oh, Ray Liotta looking Ray older, more like it. It's the mini saints of Newmark, you know, pasta fagioli all over my balls and butt, you know. It's the mini saints of Newmark. I don't even think that's an Italian accent. It's some kind of weird Jamaican. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I better stop, and I can't stop. I can't stop talking like this. What the fuck? But yeah, that looks cool. The mini Saints of Newmark looks good, and I'm just happy that we're getting anything related to The Sopranos. It's been a minute since we've had anything related to Sopranos. I think the last time The Sopranos made any sort of peep or any noise was like at an award show a while back, where one of the cast members was getting some sort of like award or something like that. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the Sopranos family come back. And speaking of family, we're going to talk about another one of my favorite families, and that's family with Vin Diesel. We're going to talk about Fast 9. I'm going to do a little mini review for Fast 9. And I just want to start off by saying I had a lot of time to kind of digest Fast 9. I watched it when it came out on last Friday, and we're already getting to Thursday, so I've had almost a week to kind of digest this movie, and I kind of went back and forth on it. A lot of times I was kind of like, I didn't like it, I hated it, and then I was like, I kind of liked it, kind of didn't hate it, and then I'd go back to, I hated it, I didn't like it, and finally I've come to the general consensus of like, it was alright. I kind of enjoyed it. It's like the biggest, stupidest Fast and the Furious movie that they've made thus far, because they have 2 more going. But yeah, this movie is it's decent. It's a decent little fucking movie. Yeah, it's stupid. It's loud. It's the film equivalent of that like drunk jock at a party that you never really talk to, but for some reason he wants to talk to you, and he's kind of like, hey, what's up, man? Why don't we ever talk to each other? Why don't we hang out sometime? Hey, let's do a shot. Yeah, woo! Class of 2012. What's up? Yeah. That's like the equivalent of this movie. It's like the most like gearhead, like fucking lunk type of fucking movie, and I'm with it. I mean, it's so ridiculous and over the top that like, how could you not be fucking with it? Like the fucking clip that they're showing right now. Fucking Vin Diesel drives his car off a literal fucking cliff and like hits like a rope, and the rope gets tangled around his fucking tire and fucking slingshots him onto a fucking rickety ass fucking bridge. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Like, the Fast and the Furious crew do not obey the laws of fucking physics. They don't obey the laws of fucking reality, time, space, whatever. They don't... The TVA would have a fucking problem with the fucking Fast and the Furious crew, because they do not obey any sorts of laws for fucking shit. So much so that, like, not even death is like a fucking law that the Fast and the Furious family fucking abides by. Fucking Han came back out of nowhere, which isn't a spoiler because like it was all over the fucking movie trailers. They were like, coming this summer, Han is back in Fast and the Furious 9, starring Mark Sinclair, aka Vin Diesel. Yeah, that's another thing that I found out, that Vin Diesel, his real name is Mark Sinclair, which I'm sure some of y'all know that already, but I didn't know that. My mind was fucking blown. And I also found out he's not even fucking Italian. He's not even a fucking, he's not Mexican, he's not Italian. He ain't a fucking goddamn thing. He's German fucking Irish. This whole fucking time, I thought this fucking sleeveless shirt-wearing motherfucker was like Italian or something like that. And I was like, yeah, they got some Italians and Mexicans up in this movie. That's cool. I've always dug that about the Fast and the Furious franchise. But this whole fucking time, this fucking Vin Diesel was like doing Italian blackface or some shit. But yeah, I'm sorry, I took a little detour. It's just that bit of information was like to me. But yeah, going back to what we were supposed to be talking about, Fast and the Furious 9 it's one of the better films in the kind of like rebooted Fast and the Furious saga, because like the way I look at it is like part 1, part 2, and part 3 were like the racing saga, and then 4, 5, and 6 were kind of like the Paul Walker saga and him like trying to get out of that life, and then like 7, 8, and 9 are kind of like the spy, when they introduced like all of these spy stuff like that, and that this is kind of like the last trilogy of films that they're gonna do. According to Vin Diesel, they're gonna do 9, 10, and 10 is gonna be a 2-parter. They're gonna split that movie into 2 parts, and I honestly have to say, like, this movie is actually refreshing in the sense that the Fast and the Furious crew members or cast members, they seem to be self-aware about this film, as well as the writers of this film, because they have Tyrese's character in this film, who is Roman Pierce, who is like the audience. He's saying stuff that we're saying. He's just like, how have we not died yet? Like, that was like, yeah, just him saying that, I was like, yes, thank you, Roman Pierce. How have y'all not died yet? I mean, granted, they do it in the stupidest way possible, which they could have had like an interesting thing where like they leave the door open to where they're just like, hey, maybe these guys do have something special about them. I mean, why the fuck not? Y'all already did everything else. I mean, why not turn them into fucking superheroes? Y'all went to space in this fucking movie. That's another fucking thing. Tyrese and Ludacris went to fucking space. Did you have that on your 2021 bingo card? Tyrese and Ludacris going to fucking space? I know I didn't. But yeah, Fast and the Furious 9, it is actually kind of fucking confusing. They do this thing where they go back and forth between young Dom and old Dom, and you get the story of like Dom before he became Dom. And the reason why I say it's confusing is because they have like this actor who doesn't look like Vin Diesel at all, and my fucking light just turned off again, and I'm going to fucking that's what you get. Yeah. So anyways, they have this actor that doesn't even look like Vin Diesel or anything, and they have him playing a young Vin Diesel, and he's like a hardcore Puerto Rican dude, and then they have a young white dude actor who's playing John Cena. Yep, John Cena's in this movie. We're gonna get to that later. So yeah, we have the two Toretto brothers being played by these hardcore, really badly casted fucking actors, and just that alone is like... And the funny thing is, their scenes, like the young Fast and the Furious actors, their scenes are actually fucking interesting. Like the prequel movie that they snuck into this Fast and the Furious movie is actually fucking interesting. I just wish they would have did it a little bit different. Like, give us the first 30 minutes of the prequel thing. Give us 30 minutes of just young Dom, and then be like, this is him now. Like, and that would have been totally fucking fine. Speaking of Dom, I don't know when Dominic Toretto turned into the Incredible fucking Hulk, but he fucking hulks out of this fucking movie. Dom like fucking takes on 20 fucking guys. He like destroys a fucking submarine with his bare hands. He like destroys like pillars by punching them, and he's just like super fucking human. At one point he's like leaping. He's like Superman leaping between fucking buildings to go and catch John Cena, who plays his brother in this film, which I have no idea how, in what world John Cena and Vin Diesel are fucking related, but I guess we'll run with it. Fast and the Furious movie. We saw Ludacris and Tyrese in space, so I guess I can believe that fucking John Cena and Vin Diesel are fucking brothers. But yeah, the film is utterly ridiculous. It's stupid. It's loud, but it's never boring. Never once was I bored. This film is almost nearly 3 hours long, and it felt like if it just zoomed fucking by, and that's fucking awesome. Whenever a 3-hour movie, fuck you, light. You want to turn on now? Fuck you. I'm gonna throw you in the goddamn garbage. Anyways, but yeah, for a movie that's this long, and that's a Fast and the Furious movie, for it to feel kind of like super quick, that to me speaks volumes about it. That means that it's not boring, it's entertaining, it's fun, and ultimately that's what these movies should be. They should be entertaining, fun, big, dumb, loud, a bunch of car races, a bunch of outlandish, unbelievable things happening, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. I really did. Moving on to something else that I really enjoyed a lot, we're going to be talking about episode 3 and 4 of Loki and his Poki Stick. I know last week I was going to do a little bit of a recap on episode 3 of Loki, and some personal things kind of came up and I wasn't able to, but I felt like it would be better to talk about 2 episodes at a time as opposed to just 1 episode, especially seeing as the episode 3 of Loki is only like It was only like 30 minutes. It's only like 30 minutes long. And this next episode, this fourth episode that just dropped today, which today is Wednesday, is like about like 10 minutes longer. And they get into some serious shit. Like in the third episode, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of meandered and it kind of made me feel like, hey, something better happens soon in this show, because we kind of like only have 3 more episodes left and we're on the mid-season fucking episode and not a whole lot has happened. We haven't figured out why Loki is doing what he's doing, or why he wants to see the Timekeeper so bad, or why they're so interested in just Loki in general and that variant in general. There's a lot of questions that haven't been answered, and the third episode of this series doesn't answer any of those questions. So I have to say that the third episode of this series is probably the I don't want to say worst, but I will say is the weakest episode of this series so far. We don't learn a whole lot about Loki and Sylvie. The only like key thing that we learn is that Loki's bisexual, which, okay, yeah, we knew that. He's played by fucking Tom Hiddleston. Of course he's fucking bisexual. Look how he looks. He looks like the poster child for bisexuality. And another thing that we learn is that all of the guards and anybody that's involved with the TVA, they're all variants, just like Loki and Sylvie, aka Lady Loki, aka the Enchantress. We find that out, and we also get a kind of a Loki and Sylvie romance set up, which makes sense to me because who else would Loki fall in love with but himself? That is like the most fucking Loki thing ever. Of course Loki loves himself. Of course Loki wants to fuck himself. Of course Loki's like, you look good, love. Because it's him. He's Loki. He's his biggest fan. Loki is Loki's biggest fucking fan. And we get that in the episode 3 of this series. And I guess for that is kind of cool. But again, episode 3, very lacking. Didn't give us a whole lot in terms of like moving the plot forward or anything like that. As for episode 4 is like if they heard everybody on Twitter and we're just like, hey, you know what, we need to move this fucking story forward. We're kind of just fucking kicking our feet, we're taking forever, and they move this fucking story forward, which is fucking fine. They needed to do that. But the one point that I wanted to get at was I read an IGN article where they reviewed episode 4 of Loki, and they were like, oh, it doesn't move the story forward, nothing happens, it's the worst episode in the series thus far, which I think I need to buy the people at IGN some fucking glasses, because for one, they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. And 2, how does this episode not move the fucking story forward? We get a bunch of fucking key things that happen. You know what? I'm just gonna go into spoilers territory because I feel like that's the only way to talk about this fucking episode. We get a bunch of fucking bombshells. So if you haven't seen Loki episode 4, I suggest you hit pause on the podcast right now, go watch Loki episode 4, then go take a long hard look at yourself in the mirror and think about what you just did. Why are you fucking watching my podcast without fucking watching Loki first? Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and take a brief intermission because I'm sweating like a whore in church, and yeah, we're gonna get a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be right back, ghouls and gals.
When I was we'll return after these messages. If I'd been on drugs, that dream would have never come true. Me for a date. Listen, you got at least 3/4 of your life to go. That's 3 more lifetimes to you. So don't blow it. Well, don't do drugs. Say to her, if you're doing it, cool, stop it. Get some help. McDonald's wants you to give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I.
Times.
Times sure are changing. The girl called me up and asked me for a date. Says she's making the dinner reservations.
Says she's coming to pick me up. Well, at least I can still say to her, how about a nice, cool, smooth Colt 45?
Hi. How about a nice, cool, smooth Colt 45?
Colt 45. Every time.
You know, I used to be in that dull 9-to-5 zoo routine. I just couldn't escape. I toyed with the idea of becoming a heavy in Trafalgar Square, but who's gonna run off with Nelson anyway, right? Thanks, boys. And as I was clocking out one night, I saw this ad in the Zoo News. Lion wanted to star in film. Born Free, I thought. Terrific. It turns out to be a commercial for this new roll your own tobacco. Why not? Advertising makes stars out of those monkeys on TV, right? You know, this stuff's pretty good. What's it called? Samson, isn't it? Where was I? Oh, yeah. Well, this could be my big break, you know. Mr. DeMille, if you're watching, have you considered the return of Spartacus? Or Planet of the Lions? Even Paws?
Okay, action. The golden tobacco with a little more strength.
Oh, boy. What a salesman.
And we are back! Jesus fucking Christ, this Texas heat got me feeling like I just ran a marathon. Through the pits of hell! God damn! I feel like Ace Ventura when he's coming out of the asshole of that fucking rhino. Like, I'm like... Oh, God. It is so hot! Jesus Christ! I know we were talking about Loki, but... Holy fucking pokey stick! It is fucking hot! I'm sitting in my studio and like the aircon is messed up like in the studio and it is devastatingly fucking hot. So hot that I could like slick my hair back a la Loki style and it looks like if I just took a fucking shower. But I didn't. Alright, going back to old Loki here. We got some pretty cool fucking revelations from Loki. We learned that Loki and Sylvie kind of having like their moment where they thought that they were gonna die there on that planet that they were stranded on at the end of episode 3. That caused kind of like a what they call in the Loki series kind of like a branch. Like it went up and went this way. It caused a branch in the sacred timeline, and we don't know why. What they did caused a huge fucking branch or anything like that. And the next thing that we find out is that the main woman in the TVA is going around killing people that work for the TVA, that when they find out that they're a variant, she's like, zap, get the fuck out of here. And so we end up finding out that she is actually more or less the villain of the show, or they're building her up to the villain of the show, because shortly after that we find out that the sacred Time Lords are just mindless fucking robots, and they did kind of like a Mandarin twist on us where they're just like, that's not the real Mandarin. So maybe later on we'll see the actual real Time Lords or Time Lord. Who knows? Maybe Loki will surprise us all and we'll see fucking Kang the Conqueror come out of nowhere. He'll be like, huh, you dumb motherfuckers thought some stupid ass robots are keeping control of time? Nah, it was me, fool. I'm keeping control of time, dog. They call me Kang the Conqueror, bitch. Notice how it's similarly close to King. So yeah, that'd be really cool if they did something like that, but I highly doubt that they're going to do something like that. I feel like they're going to be saving Kang the Conqueror for Ant-Man 3, which he's slated to be the main villain in that film. I don't think we're going to be getting a tease of Kang the Conqueror in this. I honestly think that we might see Doctor Strange or WandaVision or Wanda. I think we might see them. That would be really interesting if we see one of those characters pop up, since Loki directly links with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which both stars Elizabeth Olsen and Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange and Wanda. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see if this show allows those characters to appear in the film, in the show rather. Speaking of characters, we lost one character in the show that made me go, wow. We lost Owen Wilson. We lost Mobius M. Mobius. I'm not gonna give it away how we lost him, but Mobius M. Mobius never got to ride his jet ski that he so desperately wanted to ride. Looks like he's riding jet skis in heaven now. And one of the biggest twists that I honestly did not see coming, I thought they were going to do this to Sylvie, and which was going to catapult Loki into being kind of like evil Loki again to get the shit done that he needs to get done. But no, they up and fucking vaporized fucking Loki. That main chick from the TVA just gets Loki, and he's like, I don't want to go, Mr. Stark. And he like he uh he gets vaporized or whatever, and the show fucking ends right there. The fucking episode ends right there, and I'm just like, huh? What? No! What happened to Loki? What happened to Loki? I have to fucking know! And that's when I realized this whole weekly release schedule they have at Disney Plus is fucking working, because I am gonna for sure come back next
This is the one.